The Wake Up Sermon by Bodhidharma, Part 3. When you're deluded, the 6 senses and 5 shades are constructs of suffering and mortality. When you wake up, the 6 senses and 5 shades are constructs of Nirvana and immortality. Someone who seeks the way does not look beyond themselves. They know that the mind is the way. But when they find the mind, they find nothing. And when they find the way, they find nothing. If you think that you can use your mind to find the way, you're deluded. When you are not deluded, Buddhahood exists. When you're not aware, it does not exist. This is because awareness is Buddhahood, and Buddhahood is awareness. If you're looking for the way will not appear until your body disappears. It's like stripping bark from a tree. This karmic body undergoes constant change. It has no fixed reality. So practice according to your thoughts. Don't hate life and death, nor love life and death. Keep your every thought free of delusion. And then, in life, you'll witness the beginning of Nirvana. And in death, you'll experience the assurance of no rebirth. To see form, but not be corrupted by form, or to hear sound, but not be corrupted by sound, is liberation. Eyes that are not attached to form are the gates of Zen. In short, those who perceive the existence and nature of phenomena and remain non-attached are truly liberated. And those who only perceive the external appearance of phenomena are always at their mercy. Not to be subject to afflictions is what's meant by liberation. There is no other liberation. When you know how to look at form, form does not give rise to mind, and mind does not give rise to form. Form and mind are both pure. When delusions are absent, the mind is in the land of Buddhas. When delusions are present, the mind is hell. Mortals create delusions, and by using the mind to give birth to mind, they always find themselves in hell. The awakened, however, see through delusions, and by not using the mind to give birth to mind, they always find themselves in the land of Buddhas. If you don't use your mind to create mind, every state of mind is empty, and every thought is still. You go from one Buddha land to another. If you use mind to create mind, then every state of mind is disturbed, and every thought is in motion. You go from one hell to the next. When a thought arises, there's good karma and bad karma, heaven and hell. When no thought arises, there is no good karma or bad karma, no heaven or hell. The body neither exists nor doesn't exist. Hence, existence as a mortal and non-existence as a sage are merely conceptions with which the sage has nothing to do. For their hearts are empty and spacious as the sky. That which follows is witnessed on the way. It's beyond the ken of mortals. When the mind reaches Nirvana, you don't see Nirvana because the mind is Nirvana. If you see Nirvana somewhere outside the mind, then you're deluding yourself. Every suffering is a Buddha seed, because suffering impels mortals to seek wisdom. But you cannot say that suffering gives rise to Buddhahood. And you can't say suffering is Buddhahood. You can only say that suffering gives rise to Buddhahood. Indeed, your body and mind are the field. Suffering is the seed, wisdom the sprout, and Buddhahood the fruit. The Buddha mind is like a fragrance in a tree. The Buddha comes from a mind free of suffering, just as a fragrance comes from a tree free of decay. There's no fragrance without the tree, and no Buddha without the mind. If there's a fragrance without a tree, it's a different fragrance. If there's a Buddha without the mind, it's a different Buddha. When the three poisons are present in the mind, we live in filth, or in the land of filth. And when the three poisons are absent from the mind, we live in a land of purity. Indeed, the sutras say, if you fill land with impurity and filth, no Buddhas will ever appear. Here, impurity and filth simply refer to the three poisons and the other poisons. A Buddha refers to a pure and awakened mind. There's no language that isn't the Dharma. To talk all day without saying anything is the way. To be silent all day and still say something is not the way. Hence, neither does the speech of the awakened depend on silence, nor does their speech depend on speech, nor does their speech exist apart from their silence. Those who understand both speech and silence are in samadhi. If you speak when you know, then your speech is free. If you're silent when you don't know, then your silence is tied. If speech isn't attached to appearances, it's free. If silence is attached to appearances, it's tied. Language is essentially free. It has nothing to do with attachment, and attachment has nothing to do with language.